All right, what's up, guys, and welcome back. My name is Jake Towell, and this is my art series where I share with you guys some art pieces throughout my art career. And today we have a very cool piece and one I always look back on for inspiration because there's so many little great things going on within this. So stay tuned for the end of the video where we break down all the aspects of this piece. Today we are going to be talking about Pirate Chamber. So many great colors, so many great aspects. So without further ado, let's get right into the sketch phase. So you can see the sketch phase is very solid. Nothing rough here. You can see I really knew what I wanted to go through with on this sketch. The red pencil marks represent the aspects of this piece that I wanted to make lineless. So not lineless, but lines without color. As you know, a lot of my line work is solid black, and sometimes I make the lines different colors, and that's what's represented here in the red pencil marks. As you can see, everything here is kind of what's going to be fully rendered through in the final composition. So it's a very solid sketch phase that I'm really proud of. So without further ado, let's see how that line work looks on top of it. Yeah, the line work looks super clean. It's a little bit crazy. I tried to jam a lot of stuff, as I do, into one piece, one page. But overall, when the color all comes in, it really brings it all together. But overall, the line work looks really cool. Very hectic in the middle and less on the outside, making it really visually pleasing and really makes your eye guide around this piece. And it looks really cool. You can see a lot of really cool things going on within this one. So without further ado, let's talk about the specifics of this pirate piece, fully rendered image. Let's get it. Yeah, so like I said, again, the color kind of brought this all together from the line work phase. The sketch phase was pretty easy to understand. The line work was a little bit confusing, but like I said, the color kind of brought it all together and it looks so dope. So I guess we'll start where I started. I started drawing this weird like tube guy in the middle. You can see with the pirate hat right there. A lot of really cool things going on. I really like his mouth. It's like a big oval hole, but his tongue runs down the middle while his teeth are on the left and right. We got his eyeballs on the left and right too. And we got a really cool looking pirate hat going on with a lot of crazy stuff going through and out, around and in there as well. So some couple things going on with this guy again. We got some holes where we're going to talk about some of the things coming out of him and what those things are doing, as well as his twin brother on the flip side. So we got a double-ended pirate dude here divided by this belt and jeans, and we got an eye patch on this guy. He's also got a pretty cool hat, not as tall but still pretty cool. Lots of things going on with him too. Same mouth. We got an eyeball on the right, patch on the left, tongue running down the middle all the way down. A lot of stuff interacting and coming out of those holes and through and around this guy. So honestly, I don't even know where to start because there's so many things connecting. Honestly, everything in this piece connects and intertwines in some way, in some aspect. So I guess let's just start with this hat. So the hat you see has another mouth inside of it. Coming out of the back side of this hat is like this wooden plank, pirate plank. And on top of that's got his brain, which is pretty cool. And then dripping down is all that blood dripping down to this pole and this pipe, but we'll get there later. Attached to this plank is a ring, and attached to that ring is a string, and attached to that string is a balloon. We got two balloons. One balloon's kind of going in the brain, out the brain, in the hat there. And then the other one's around the ring, like I said. Both those connected with a ring. And these balloons are pretty cool. We got one balloon is wearing like a skull cyclops mask, which is pretty cool. And the other one that's got a mouth of his own and some teeth. And you can see his tongue's kind of going in himself, out himself on top, licking the other balloon. And then this balloon's tongue is going down in this balloon and out that balloon. So he's getting his payback, if you will. So I guess another really cool aspect that I added that I've never really done before was make these portals. So you see one portal here. It's like a flesh portal, and then the other portal here. And those will connect in the future. So you see this like barbed string going in the portal here, as well as that tongue, and because it's the same one that comes out over here. So the bottom of this guy's hat is also got a mouth that has a tongue that's going in the portal, and that's what's on top here. So that tongue coming out of this portal is the tongue from the bottom, and it's going in the hat here, and who knows, maybe that's even the tongue and it's continuing all the way down. And then you can see that string leading into that super sharp blade that's going through the bottom of the tongue here. Like I said, all connected, but there's the portal. And I guess another thing worth noting is the portal, the flesh portal, is coming from hands. So these blue hands that are coming out of from random spots, like the top of this blade. blade. So coming out of this hand is the portal. You can see a hand here coming out of that hole, and this hand's just coming out of the blank space of the image. So it's up to interpretation there, but you can see it also has a mouth and also has a portal. So that's kind of like a really cool, intricate aspect. There's something different that I've never really continued, but looks pretty cool. So there's the balloons. I guess moving left, we have this giant spear coming out of the hat mouth, which is pretty cool. A lot of really cool points and aspects to this thing, one of which it also has a mouth, like I said, another hole where that hand was, and a flag popping out of the top where I got my logo hidden there. A couple rings hanging around it and looping around this other balloon, which we'll get to later on, and then this kind of like harpoon. I don't know, it's like kind of like the origin of the string kind of wrapping around the top of that and moving down to this blade that's piercing through the hat, through the smoking device, and into this tree. So I guess moving down from the hat, we have the other hole here. And this hole, obviously, like I said, has the smoking device that's creating this cloud. And God, there's so many things intertwining in this. I don't even know how to break this down, but it's super crazy, super well done, super cool. But this blade's kind of piercing through a bunch of stuff, those plants, even this little tree. Coming out of the back end of this tree is this really weird, like fleshy tube purple thing. A lot of things going on there as well. So one of which is it's also producing the smoke, or it's sucking up the smoke, one or the other, from that smoking device. As you can see, it's creating this really cool green monster that overall just adds a really nice color to this piece. But coming out of the green monster's eye is another plank. And these eyeballs are walking the plank, also following the plank coming out of the smoke cloud there. As well as the other plank, it's also being hooked by a ring and hooked by a string, and the string to the balloon, which is pretty cool. And the balloon's got the string going through that hole up and around. And it's obviously, like I said before, getting hooked around by that ring around the spear top. So we got another cool little flame there. You can see it's got that colored line like I was talking about before. Coming out of the back end of that purple fleshy thing coming out of the tree is some flames, and it's actually burning this other blue hand. So you can see it's got like the bone and flesh. I think that's what I was trying to go for there, which is a pretty cool detail that I added that just brings it all together. There's so many really cool details within this, and I'm sure I'll forget some. So again, make sure to leave a comment down below what your favorite part of this piece is and an aspect of it that I didn't talk about. So we have this hand gripping the bottom of this twins hat down here. A lot of stuff going on here. We already talked about the hand portal. Another thing in contrast to the spear going top left is the flag going bottom right here. So coming out of this eye socket is a like flagpole going through the tongue, through a heart, and producing this like liquidy purple monster, which is pretty cool and a very cool contrast from the green smoke guy. Some similarities, we also have a mouth, but this mouth has sharp teeth. The other one had round teeth. Another spear coming out of the eye socket here, kind of going through itself, down and around. And that's where we see that other hole with that other blue hand wrapping around that pointy little stick spear and holding this blade that actually goes down, around, and up into the original pirate guy. And you can see it poking out the top of his forehead there. So a very windy blade. It's a lot of turns and bends, which looks really cool. It's like half flesh, half metal. And I really, really like that. Lots of loops coming around that heart, around in that hand. Yeah, we hit the top of the flagpole there, producing the purple monster guy. But I think that's it. I think that's every aspect of this piece. Pirate Chamber. If you want a printout of this piece, check out the description below where I got my store. Check out all my socials. I really appreciate y'all for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment on something that you really liked about this piece. I really love this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.